to you about Marooned 5. And there's no viewers yet. I'm live. And Marooned 5, I wish I had a mic holder. In Marooned 5, the theme is you're on an island where you're not on an island, you're on a boat tour and you crash on an island. And there you find 5 castaways willing to help you get off the island. And the problem is there are other people on the island, the other players, and they're using your people. And they're not being honest about which people they're using, where they're at, what they're doing. So you might want to get them exiled in order to fare the best. So in the game, you'll be dealt 2 cards. One roll card where the little heads are on the back of the card, and then 1 location card where it kind of has a nice vivid map to it. It's all reverse negative right now, but whatever. And there in a 4 to 6 player game, there are 3 copies of each of the 5 unique roles in 5 unique locations. You'll be dealt, again, 1 of each card. And you'll use the sum of the 2 cards to place a meeple representing your roll card onto a map representing your location card. And you can be honest and safe, or you can bluff and get ahead. Now, when a player calls you out for bluffing, you will ask him which card, my role or my location. It's is the balance in the game. And in that, when they're calling you out, you can get away with maybe half truths and optimize your turn. So there are 3 unique paths to victory. You can gain monetize water, and the let's see here. Way you do that is you get the farm girl, who gives you 1 water if you have her, or you have the water location, which gives you a water there. The same thing, 1 and 1, both water, 1 water each. So if you had both of them, you get 2 water. And for each pairing that is the same color, same type, there is a combo, and there's a list here somewhere of explaining all the combos. Here's the list right here. And there's 1 unique combo for each pairing of the role and locations. So you get the water and the farm girl on the top there. They will get you upgrade your water from 1 victory point at the start of the game up to 2. And if you do that combo once in one final time, it'll upgrade that water tank that you gotten, which is a unique item, unique token. You'll flip it from the 2x side over to the 3x side, improving your water value up to 3. And obviously you would have at least 4 water tokens, if not more. Here is the water tank, beautiful water tank here. 2x side water tank. All right, and then the water tokens, you've seen those. They're little drips of water, small. There's 16 water in the game. And so that's 1 path to victory. And then from there, you would have the actress. You can hang out with an actress. I'm sorry, my camera's all cheesy. And then also her corresponding location is the home. So you can hang out the house with the actress, who, thematically in a parody really doesn't do much in the show. And then in the game, they get, do R&R and get winning victory points for just laying around, do nothing. So you get 3 points for each, and you climb up the victory point track on the outside of the map. That's what they do. And if you combine those two in one turn, you would get a bonus token of the mirror. The mirror would enable you to act. And then when you're acting, it's in a subsequent turn that you could spin the mirror and gain twice the goods. The mirror does not affect the bonus items. You couldn't. I'm going through explaining what each bonus item is, but it would not affect that at all. Maybe I'll come back to explaining what all the bonus items are, and re-explain briefly that the mirror would not double any bonus item again, I guess. So I'll just continue on. And you got the captain here, who doesn't help you on a path to victory. He's not one that helped you on. He'll allow you to call out both the role and location in the game, which kind of is uber powerful for the gamers who really get into. Once you really get into this game, that's super powerful. And his corresponding location does the same thing as the lookout. If you combine those two, you will get a telescope, unique telescope icon token. Now you turn this in to get one. You could spend it to force a player to swap a card with you, or force him to just discard it and draw a new one before he goes. So it's really good to knock someone off their path to victory. You could use it offensively as well. You could say, I'm going to use it for myself. And instead of drawing a card, you would take another person's card and say, that's my draw right there, and leaving them with nothing. Or actually, I think you swap. So it would be leaving them, giving them yours, and then whatever they have, that's what your draw would be. Whatever you've gotten from them, that's what you'd be using for your worker placement. They would know what you have for that one card, but if they had been claiming it's something you really wanted, it might work in your favor and catapult you ahead, slingshot you ahead. Beautiful token there. Pretty simple and straightforward. Okay, and then you continue on to explain, this is one of the paths to victory. It is a location. It's called the build location. It's kind of odd that I'm not really highlighting its corresponding role, which would be the scientist, which I'll show you now. I'll explain the scientist in a second. But going over the build location, it's got everything in there. So you just hold on to that one card, and every guy you get, any of these two specific guys, the captain or the first mate, they will gather rope for you. And then the two girls, the farm girl or the actress, they will gather, did I say they gather? I'm sorry. The guys will gather logs, and the girls will gather a rope. So again, the white is the captain, red's the first mate. They will gather logs, and then the girls are the gold and blue meeples. They will gather rope. If you have one log and you have one rope, then you can use the scientist to do his special action. It doesn't say anything on the card what he does, but in the rules and the explanation, quick explanation rules right here, it tells you that the combo is that if you have one log and one rope, sorry, it's printed small here, but if you have one log and one rope, you will be able to build half the raft. You do that twice, and that's one of the end game conditions. And so since the scientist does not gather a log, if you were to get him at the build location, it wouldn't do anything. You wouldn't gather anything. You wouldn't be able to attack anybody. You wouldn't be able to do anything. So his special ability is the ability to Swap a role or location card once per turn. So you go, say I have the scientist, you place it out there. No one says, calls you out. Okay, you can use the scientist ability. You switch out maybe the location once. So you got the scientist and a new location. Maybe on the next turn, you keep the scientist, you switch out the location, and you want to switch out the scientist as use his ability. And then you draw in a roll card and you claim to have the scientist again. You can do that. You can use that swap ability again. Every time you claim to have the scientist, you can swap for forever. All right, so that's his special ability. And then I think I'm on to the last one, is the last set of the 5 of each type would be the first mate. He thematically tries to help everybody. What he does is, he usually harms everybody. That's why he's associated to the search location. Now, the search location has everybody, including yourself, lose 2 victory points on that victory point map that's directly associated to the actress. So you're picking on the person that selects the actress, and it's balanced because it's the actress, if not checked, is probably the fastest path to victory with that mirror ability if someone were to combo. So the search location hurts everybody, including yourself, but unless you have the first mate. So the first mate is that's the only thing he can do other than gather a log at the build location. He is unharmed by the negative search effect. So thematically, he's the guy that tries to help, and of course he hurts everybody else in the process of trying to search and help. And I think that's it for all the gathering and all the combos. Okay, so now the explanation of the 3 paths to victory. When you build 2 halves of raft, it creates an end condition. The raft's worth 30 victory points. I had a raft around here somewhere. I have a picture here of a half raft right now. Let's see here, half raft. Half raft, 15 points. Kind of everything blurry. I have to re-record this. Okay, and then you at the other side of that card is going to be the full raft, which is 30 victory points. Everything, all the victory conditions are 30 victory points. So that's one path. The other one is the actress in the home. It's the victory point track. If it hits 30 victory points, it would trigger the end condition. If you were to And then the third path to victory is the home. And that would be the water. Did I say home? I meant water and the water girl. So she's all about turning 1 victory point water and gathering it and converting it over with 2 combos to a maximum of 3 victory points. So her end condition would be 30 victory points of water. So that would be the tank on the 2x side and 15 water. It would take a little while, but that's an end condition. That'd be 30 points. That would end the game. Or the more likely, the 3x side and 10 water. That's a lot more likely of an end game condition. Each of those gain you 30 points and trigger the end game. And then there is, of course, a victory point count up. All the tokens are 2 VP, including the combo tokens, not the water tank though. And then the, what else? So you would add up, say you used water to get 30. You would check out where you were on the victory point track, add that into it, any tokens you had left over from gathering logs, or if you had gone past 30 victory points with the water. And whoever has the most victory points wins the game. And the other way to win is player elimination. And so every time you want to call somebody out for bluffing, there is a failed token hanging in the balance. So it starts here. Let's see here. All right, so there's a failed token. And with the failed token, you will, if you are caught lying, you will get a failed token when you're called out. If you are honest when you're called out, the other person who called you out will get the failed token, kind of like coup. You get a second fail while you already have one. It would flip over to the 2x side. And if you were caught again with the failing, you don't need a 3x side. You have been exiled out of the game. And so in that case, if there is a last player standing, the second to last person is exiled, the last player standing wins. Pretty straightforward. What's interesting is the failed token. I discovered that with the special ability with the captain and the lookout, their ability to call out too wasn't clear to players, concise. So he has the ability to call out both cards. Someone says, which one? I'm going to call you out. Which card? My role or my location? You say, I have the special ability. I'm at the lookout. If they want, they would have to make you validate that. They could call you out that you don't have it. And then if you would have to prove, and there'd be a strike there, you'd have to prove that you have it. Let's say you did have the lookout. They would get a failed token for that. And then this is what I brought it up. If they have to prove, they have to flip both their cards over. Now, if they're bluffing on both cards, it doesn't matter. There's only one failed token hanging in the balance. So they would end up with a second failed token, one from valid, trying to make sure that you had the ability. And then the second failed token. I'm confusing the situation. Hopefully it's clear to you guys. Anyways, the lookout and the captain have the ability to call out too, but there's only one failed token hanging in the balance, whether they're honest about both or lying about both or caught with lying about just one. Both cards are flipped up and a single failed token is hanging in the balance. And then I already explained the validation part. I think once you guys get some hardcore gamers, there's going to be some validating that they can prove that they have that ability. So when you get to some elite players, when they get some traction playing the game multiple times, you will start to identify when what somebody's path to victory is, which one of the three is their path. And so you'll have to proactively pull cards, even though you're going to get a strike, since you have 3 to use. The first 2 shouldn't matter to you, should be strategically used. What you want to do is not wander around the map. You want to milk a card that's in the rules. You want to kind of hold on to one of those 5 cards that help you forward. The build location, the actress, the house, the water location, and the farm girl are the 5 cards that are going to move you forward into a path to victory. So you want to hold on to that one card and then maybe even bluff I'm giving you guys strategy, but anyways, you can figure it out on your own. But I have seen mass market players not quite know what they're doing and wander because it has a sandbox feel, unless you're telling people what to do. Stick to one path. Diversity doesn't help you at all. I'm going to collect one thing of each. That's not going to help you. So the crux of the game, the magic of the game is, the best parts of it is calling out somebody and being forced to pick half of his claim, either the role or the location forced into that. That's beautiful, as well as the escalation of bluffing with the combos on each card. I didn't explain the combo for the search and first mate. So those red search and first mate pairing, reminding you of the card here, they not only hurt everybody while not getting hurt yourself, they will turn your fail token down 1. So if it was on a 2x side, it would go flip down to the fail side. And if it's on the fail side, you would return it back to the bank. I don't think that's a terminology I would use, but you would get rid of the fail token. All right, so 1 hour later, I think I've explained the rules. I'm going to try to either publish this or try to get on my Mac and do a better camera. All right. Thanks for listening. Don't think I missed anything. Did I miss anything? Failed tokens, 5 actions of each type. Oh man, I missed a big one. On your turn, you will place a meeple based on what you're doing. But when it comes around to you on your second turn, you must discard either your role or location card. You must discard 1, not 2, not 0. And so that's a big part of the game. And so you discard your card, and then you draw the new one. You take a look at it. At this point, no one can call you out. You got a new card in your hand. You can't validate your old meeple that's still out there. You pull your old meeple, and then you make a new claim. Once your hands let go, then they can attack you on your turn. When you're attacked on your turn, you can possibly lose all your tokens if they catch you they caught you bluffing, after a call out. And then after it's your turn, you're liable for your turn. You're liable for your claim the entire round, but you're not no longer liable for your tokens. You can't have your tokens taken away, your victory points or whatever you've collected taken away. Only when on your turn up until the next person goes, or discard and draws. I'm going to start this video over. I don't think anyone's going to see this video. I'm going to start it over and do it with better video, maybe editing. This has got to be way too long. All right, bye.